Hi, all my friends. So this is a live update. So I'm going to share Buster's visit at the vet. So we finally got in there yesterday, Tuesday, but I just did not have time to do an update. I had a lot going on yesterday. But anyway, so I got to the vet and he looked at his eye. And we, have decided to obviously try something different, a new medicine protocol. So we talked it over, and he said he checked out his heart, and once again he kept saying, his heart is still doing so good. It's so stable, and he hates for me to lose him, over this eye issue. And we're not sure, why the other eye, because that's making us think that maybe there's fungal there, but maybe we're still fighting not just fungal, but another type of virus or something, or bacteria. So anyways, he said that there is another medicine that we can try, and it's not necessarily designed for the fungus part of it, but he believes now with the other eye that it's definitely, that another issue. So there is another med, but it's expensive. I didn't realize how expensive. I won't say how much, but I think we're near the last of the hope, because I'm also limited, here. I'm just trying to work on this issue and get it resolved, and limited, and resources and what I can do, and so it's kind of been frustrating. And so anyway, so I'm gonna pick up the medicine today because it had to be special ordered. And then we're going to hit it hard between now and next week, Friday, I go back in. And then we're going to see how things are looking with the eye. But this medicine is supposed to have, wonderful results. So please, everybody, all my, friends, keep him in your thoughts and your prayers, or good thoughts, always going in our direction for him, for this little guy right now. So, so we'll see how things look then. And then if we still need to attack anything still with a fungal on top of, we'll get that back in next week. Now, as far as the bulging, he said the bulging was because of the cornea itself. It wasn't really coming from behind the eye, which is what I was afraid of. It was coming from the cornea itself, from the infection. But anyway, so we're going to try this, okay? And then I have to share something else. Hold on, because there's only so much time my phone will let me, or this app will let me do at one time. So hold on a second, and we'll talk about Buster's new look. All right, so we're gonna talk about his new look, okay? So he had a lot of hair and stuff, and goobers, a little bit around the eyes. And since I was there, and I've been so busy and trying to get home, and there's just a lot of stuff going on, I thought, well, you know what? Would you guys mind just going back there, and then you guys going ahead and cleaning up around his eyes? Now I know how to do all that, and I have grooming scissors and things like that, because I actually am a former groomer. So I have all the equipment and scissors and thinning scissors, shears, and I have everything. I'm a groomer, but just for convenience, and it needed to be done. And so we agreed that having his face cleaned, around the eyes would be better for him, and to get this eye thing cleared up, okay? So I let him take him in the back to clean up around the eyes. And I know he had a little bit of mats in the beard, which I've been really good about just taking out the mats in the beard. And I've been very, very good about always saving his beard, maybe taking the beard down short, but always saving the beard, So, so he takes him back there, and they were trying to trim up around the face and around the eyes, and, and then they were trying to get a mat out on the top of the head. And next thing you know, they just ended up they shaved everything off of this little guy's face, and even up back onto his head. I'm not kidding. So he comes back, my vet comes back in and he says, well, I just got to tell you that, that we had a little bit of a problem and with trying to get through the mats, and then I guess, I don't know, maybe they're leaving him with too much with holes in here and there. They didn't know, I guess, how to do it and blend it and make him, take the mats out but keep his look. And so he said, so we kind of had an accident and then we really had to take him down short. And then I'm thinking, well, at first we said accident. I thought, what? Did you guys just poke him in the eye or something? And then he said, no, he said, but they had to take a lot off of his face, off of his whole face, his head. And I'm thinking, he goes, no, he goes, and he's trying to explain what happened. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and so, just that everything was off, but so they bring him in shortly while he's still trying to explain to me what happened, and he walks in. There is nothing on his face. I mean, beard is gone, everything's gone, and they shaved on top of his head, and then left like from the back of the head back with this long hair that he had, so he's all shaved, if you can imagine, beard off, nothing here, shaved from, above the eyes, and it just stopped, and then it was like this little bunch of hair from then on back. It looked absolutely ridiculous and silly. I was like, oh my gosh, and so anyways, so then I ended up going, I was shocked. I was just like, but he's known me for a long time, so I took it pretty strong, but I still went, oh my gosh, and I couldn't believe the look, So I said, you've got to let me fix this, and I said, because he knows that I was a groomer, and I said, I need to fix this, and I knew I had scissors and stuff like that, but I didn't have my clippers. There's clippers that you use with comb attachments and stuff like that, and to blend the hair. And I said, but I wouldn't even know where to find my clippers right now because of having to move so quickly and suddenly in the end, and he says, well, you can use the exam room, and he says, no worries, we'll bring the clippers, so he brought one of the techs from the back, and so she brought everything I needed, and I went to the van. I got my little bag of scissors and all the stuff that I use, and but anyways, I should have videoed him what he looked like, but I did not want to embarrass him that bad on YouTube. It's bad enough, which you're going to see here in a minute, but and I'll kind of explain more when you see him. But anyway, so I did my best to fix it, and I took down all of his hair around his body, down a little bit shorter, so it wouldn't be such a shock of length change, from the head on back, but then tried to blend it from where they shaved all off on the face and up, you remember, up past the ears. Okay, so anyway, so I'll show you what he looks like. Okay guys, are you ready, all my friends? All right, so here's Buster. Here's his new look. Oh my gosh, isn't that something? Oh, so they shaved him so close and underneath his chin, and then they took this down. It's okay, sweetie. So they shaved all up above the head, and then they stopped right here. And then this part here was like super duper long. I mean, I took quite a bit off because it was like really long. I don't want to say just really, really super duper long up in here. And so it just looked really, not a look I wanted to keep for him. So anyway, so I blended all this down, and I tried to take, because he has to have some length to be warm because it is getting colder now. But so I had to try to save some length, And but then I had to blend, you know, this down, shorten it, blend it, and then I shortened up the ears, and because he had all these long ears, so he looked, you know, kind of very, very silly. But at least he looks a little bit more tidy. But I do miss all that facial hair that he had in his beard and his little Ewok look, and anyways, but they said it will help to keep everything clean around the eyes right now while we're trying to treat the eyes and just really keep it clean. All right, so there's the new Buster look. All right, so there's my new Buster. Good thing I have a good sense of humor and I know hair grows back. But I wish you, yeah, I should have filmed everything. I wish I would have, but I don't know. I was just so in shock. I was just like, I'm just not used to filming everything in detail in my world, but I'll get better at it. But I also didn't want to humiliate him that bad. It was that bad when he came in. I was just like, oh my gosh, Buster, oh my gosh, what happened, you know? So again, they were kind to let me use their room. I fixed him the best I could. And I know it's hair and it'll grow back. So the most important thing, right, is that, you know, I try to save his life and get his eye better, right? So that's got to be the priority. All right, so I'll keep you guys posted. So next week Friday is his follow-up, and we'll just treat it hard with this new medicine and go from there. And but I'm feeling a little bit more, you know, again, optimistic that maybe everything will be okay, you know. I'm hopeful again, where I was losing my hope, you know. And so I'm kind of learning to, you know, everything can change, you know, from day by day, or just by seeing my vet really made a world of difference, you know, just to see him and his, you know, him being optimistic, you know, and say everything's gonna be, we're gonna get him through this, and I hope so. So again, it's all in, I believe in God, and it's all in his hands. And but anyways, I appreciate everybody's prayers, everybody's positive thoughts, whatever you want to, you know, send our way. We just appreciate everything that you would you know, do for us in that way, because that's a big support, and your comments mean everything to me right now. So just to keep that in mind, you know, all those comments that you gave before just really helped a lot and gave me that comfort knowing that I'm not alone in this. All right guys, so I'm gonna end this for now. So for on Buster, next week Friday is my follow-up, okay? So we'll go from there. I love you guys, and thank you for being here for us and loving us and caring for us, and your support and everything. It really does mean everything to us. All right, see you in the next video.